You know, in this tiny little coffin, there exists a cigarette, and it is unique in that it is what I have resolved to be the last cigarette I will ever smoke. And I have been thinking about the first cigarette I ever smoked, which I was actually forced to smoke by a bully who was going to beat the shit out of me if I didn't smoke it. It was one of his little torments that he was visiting upon me. He was a teenage bully. I was on the cusp of being a teenager, or maybe I was like 13 or something. And he made me smoke a cigarette. And I remember that the first time I took a drag of it, I felt that lightheaded feeling that you only get every once in a while when you smoke cigarettes. But usually you get it that first time. And even in the stress of the situation, I felt that moment of lightheadedness and pleasantness that comes with taking a drag out of a cigarette. Yeah, I'm getting that nicotine high. I was hoping I'd get to feel that one last time. Goodbye, sweet nicotine. Parting is such sweet sorrow. Now, later in my life, I tried to smoke cigarettes, but I just never really got into them. I tried to get addicted, but I just thought they were pretty much gross. I thought that I wanted to smoke because I wanted to be a writer. And I felt like if you're a writer, you smoke fucking cigarettes. I had that romanticized vision of being hunched over a computer or a typewriter or something with an ashtray off to the side, overflowing with cigarette butts as I pour my soul into some fucking magnum opus of literary fucking greatness. Almost gone. But that never happened because I thought cigarettes were gross. It actually wasn't until a few years back, I don't know, probably 4 or 5 years now, when I started smoking weed. And, I started smoking that, and then it turns out that marijuana actually is a gateway drug, but it wasn't a gateway to harder drugs for me. For me, it was a gateway to tobacco. Because when I ran out of weed and I couldn't find any more, I would smoke Black and Milds. And then when the Black and Milds weren't enough, I started smoking cigarettes. And then I would tell myself, as soon as I have some green again, I'll just throw these cigarettes away. But that's not what happened. I just started smoking both. Probably one drag left. Nope. One more. And now it's done. And I've tried to quit smoking a few times now. I've tried to get other people to help me. And basically, I'll act like I'm doing good, but then as soon as their back is turned, I'll run to the store, grab some cigarettes, smoke them anywhere I can, smoke them for any duration I could possibly get away with it, hide the habit, make everyone think I've quit when I really haven't. I've been through that shit. So what makes this time different? Well, this time I'm not doing it for anybody else but myself. I don't want to smoke anymore. I'm tired of feeling the compulsion. I'm tired of yielding to this will beyond my own will that constantly tells me, put a cigarette in your mouth and smoke it. Put a cigarette in your mouth and smoke it. Put a cigarette in your mouth and smoke it. Several thousand times a fucking day. I'm just tired of it. So I gave myself a deadline. That deadline is today, and this is my final cigarette. And so ends an era. Goodbye, cigarettes, and fuck you.